and Jim Bett, they're both suspended. Colin Miller is also out through injury. 4 of that side played in the 1986 Cup final, but Hearts, Neil Berry, John Cahoon, Gary Mackay and John Robertson. That may well be their formation this afternoon. We'll have to wait and see, but it's likely that Hearts will play 3 up front. The Dundee United side has 7 survivors from last year's final: Malpass, Hanna, Petrich, Welsh, Bowman, McInally and Daly. But Craig Brewster, who scored the winning goal in the Cup final, is on the bench, with Scott Crabb coming into the side for his first start of the season. Well, Scott Crabb was injured on the 1st of March last year in a 4th round replay at Motherwell for Dundee United. He hasn't started a match since, after that very serious injury he sustained, but he's back now playing on the pitch where he began his senior career with Hearts. Dave McPherson had that misfortune last year against United, playing for Rangers in the final, when he was involved in the incident whereby Craig Brewster scored the winning goal. He also was in the losing side for Rangers in 1983, when he was just 19 years old and lost to Aberdeen thanks to an extra time goal from Eric Black. But he did play in the side which won the Cup for Rangers just about 3 seasons ago. There's Bill Crombie, the referee from Edinburgh, and the formalities now being completed in the middle. Maurice Malpass, 55 international caps, Dave McPherson with 29, and they're all set now for the start of this match. The tactical formation will be fascinating. Billy, we've seen the 2 lineups. I'll leave a lot of room for tactical changes.
Well, that's right. I think there's a big question mark as to how Dundee United are going to cope with Hearts' front 3. And I think it's a definite ploy by Hearts to play the front 3 to try and upset them. That sweeper system they use with Gordon Petrich sweeping at the back. I think it's going to be very interesting.
So a tremendous response from the packed capacity crowd here at Tynecastle for the start of this Tennent Scottish Cup quarter-final, with John Robertson and David Hagan waiting for the all-clear from referee Crombie. And the match is started with a tremendous burst of cheering, I think especially on the Hearts supporters after that wonderful victory against Rangers in the last round. Looking for more of the same this afternoon. Interesting to see straight away that Maurice Malpass is playing at right back for Dundee United. And the first break on by Christian Daly, the clearance from Willie Jimison. Christian Daly, who's been playing in central defence recently, has been pushed forward into a midfield, attacking midfield role. So United have certainly produced some tactical changes. They have a back 4 of Malpass, Petrich, Welsh and Jim McInally. Dave Bowman playing wide on the right-hand side of the 4-man midfield. Hanna and McKinley in the middle, and Christian Daly on the left. Here's Robertson breaking away from Welsh. This is Cahoon. Stephen Frail breaking on the right. The intended target there was John Robertson. He's waving there to Cahoon to tell him that Frail was available, breaking on the right-hand side. So a challenge made there, giving a free kick, which referee Crombie allows to be taken from several yards away from the spot where the incident took place, in the interest of keeping the game flowing. Foul there by Hamilton on McKinley. Interesting changes made by United, Billy.
Well, that's right. They're much more comfortable with Petrich shooting at the back, but they're not going to be allowed to do that today. And obviously the push forward, it gives them a more positive outlook. But I just wonder how Jim McInally will cope with the pace and skill of John Cahoon.
Petrich with a free kick. Daly challenging against Jimison. Here's John Miller playing it long. The layoff came from Robertson. Hagan got a touch. Cahoon matched there by Jim McInally. It's all hectic stuff at the start of the match as the sides try to settle. Here's Dave Bowman. Front 2 for Dundee United, Sergio and Crabb, with Christian Daly supporting them from the left-hand side. And I suspect that may be partially designed to pin back Stephen Frail, who's very good coming forward on the right for Hearts. Crabb losing out to Berry. Here's McKinley, attracted a great deal of interest, transfer speculation. A number of clubs from England expected to be here to watch him this afternoon. It's back to Jim McInally. Welsh is well forward. That's Hagan. He wants to let that run, and he manages to do so. Good sensible play that by young David Hagan, only 21 years old, trying to seize this opportunity, having flirted with the Rangers first team for a couple of seasons without becoming fully established. Malpass doing well in the air against Hagan. That's Bowman. Sergio hustled all the way there by McPherson. Berry has been deployed on Scott Crabb. Jimison and McPherson sharing the duties of marking Sergio, but retaining their shape and positions. Jimison on the right-hand side of McPherson is in the centre, Berry on the left, picking up whichever striker is into that area. Here's David Hanna. Now Sergio. Well, that's great play by Sergio. A chance on here for United, and that was brilliant. The Brazilian opens the scoring in the 4th minute of the match, and it was a touch of genius to open up the Hearts defence.
Yeah, Sergio just drops off. He just drops off his marker there, picks up the ball, takes a run at them. Great skill and knows exactly what he wants to do. Gets a little break when he comes to the final shot. But look how he's given himself a little bit of position. But his skill and ability is tremendous. Great goal for United.
Well, it really sets up this Tennent Scottish Cup quarter-final. United, who haven't won here at Tynecastle in 10 years and 21 matches, giving themselves the best possible start. Sergio showing that touch of class which Ivan Golac promised he could deliver. McInally plays it long. That's Scott Crabb. So Sergio weaving his way through here, taking this pass. Now you'll see his two-footedness involved here. He takes a touch with the right, then with the left, opens up the Hearts defence, has one look up at Craig Nelson and drives the ball between his legs. Hamilton plays it in. Way off there from Petric to Hanna. Well, United starting this match flying. Crabb dropping deep. This is Bowman. McKinley. Good challenge made by McPherson. Malpass and Mackay, a very hefty challenge, and Malpass is penalised for a two-footed challenge on Mackay, the United skipper. Gary Mackay, one of 4 international caps in his career, scored that memorable goal in Bulgaria which sent the Republic of Ireland to the European Championship finals in 1988. McPherson's header, and O'Hanlon has an easy catch. Well, the big goalkeeper from Preston North End has been a regular since he joined the club in October. Ivan Golac entitled to be very content indeed with his start from his team. There's Petric. Header on by Hagan. Oh, first blood in cup ties like this, Billy, so frequently important.
Well, that's right, and I think it's obvious immediately that United have upset the Hearts back division, because Sergio was allowed a little bit of room just in front of them. I was concerned before he picked the ball up, but when he did pick it up, he had room to look up and know where he wanted to go, and he's got the ability to take people on. We saw how easily he did that, but the initial aspect was if you're using the sweeper system, then you've got to make sure that the markers are picking up.
Sergio tackled swiftly that time by Neil Berry, a lesson perhaps learnt early in the match by Hearts, but at the expense of the opening goal. Welsh with Robertson, that's McKinley. Free kick there to Hart, challenged by David Hanna, an uncompromising youngster in the middle of the field. McPherson takes the free kick short, then makes his way towards the edge of the penalty area. Petric marking John Robertson. Well, the international defender, so important to United defensively. Good layoff to Mackay by Robertson. This is Cahoon. Hasn't yet been involved in the play. Showing good close control, but Christian Daly backtracking there. There's Robertson. Flashing with Malpass inside the area. Berry in trouble against Sergio. Responded very well indeed. John Miller tackled by Sergio from the rear. free kick's been given and taken. That's lucky for Dave Bowman. He handled the ball, but the advantage will apply. There's McPherson. Shots! What a marvellous start to the match this is. Hearts responding. Real competitive fashion here.
Well, Dave McPherson had a chance here, but he didn't quite get a good connection on it. It's a good ball in from the left, but he doesn't quite get the proper connection on it, and it doesn't trouble the goalkeeper unduly.
Well, Hearts have held sway here at Tynecastle in 2 league matches this season, winning by 2 goals to 1 and 2 goals to 0, but they did take a real drubbing at Tannadice way back in November by 5 goals to 2. There's John Miller, Gary Mackay rather, with a long-range effort. Never quite balanced for the shot at goal, Mackay.
Yeah, John Robertson does well, knows exactly what he's after. Good support from midfield, not quite the shot that they wanted.
Well, the tactical formation employed here by Dundee United certainly has caused Hearts to consider their position, because there's Stephen Frail having to play in an orthodox right-back position against Christian Daly, who's playing well on the left-hand side, and that certainly curtails his attacking instincts. Interesting ploy, Billy, to have a striker deployed to pin back a defender who's good at attacking.
Well, I think what Ivan Golas is trying to do is trying to destroy the whole Hearts system, because it's based very much on both fullbacks getting forward to support the 2 midfield players. And I think if he can deny them that, then he's got great chance of upsetting them at the back.
Pushing it back by McPherson. The other aspect of that is that it should create a little more space in midfield, and that might mean more effective passes to the front men from both sides. All auguring well for the quality of the entertainment. Billy McKinlay with the free kick. Petrich is forward, so is Brian Welsh, so is Christian Daly. Miller's defensive header. McKinlay again across to McInally. Space there for Hanna to exploit an inside right channel. Couldn't control the cutback, but space again appearing in that Hearts defence. That must be alarming to Tommy McLean on the Hearts bench. So the 3 central defenders there, Jimison, McPherson and Berry. Crab and Sergio, the regular striking players for United, with Daly in support. So a throw to Hearts, and Tommy McLean clearly has had to make some alterations. Not at all happy with the way the game has started, I'm sure. So the marking very tight by the United players. That's exactly the kind of boost I'm sure they wanted, an early goal. No one in the box for Hearts. All had been drawn across towards the ball on the Hearts left. Huge kick out there by O'Hanlon. Daly got a touch. Berry takes no chances. Well, United have opened the match with immense energy, getting players up and down the field very quickly, testing their stamina to the full. That's Crab. The diagonal run was made by Sergio, but it started a shade late. That's a careless one. McKinlay to Daly. He's away from Frail. Support from Crab behind. Goes for the cross. Berry attacks the ball well for Hearts inside the area. Was McKinlay. Well, Hearts have certainly been rattled defensively in this opening spell. Missing their skipper, of course, Craig Levine, who is suspended with his organisational qualities. With 3 very experienced campaigners at the back in Jimison, McPherson and Berry. They should be able to sort this out in terms of organisation. John Miller met there by Bowman. Here's Berry. Hagan tried to direct that inside towards John Cahoon, who'd come inside, but without success. Neil Berry has been a marvellous servant to Hearts, joined the club from Bolton Wanderers in 1984. Daly's header, that's Berry. Looking for Hagan, good challenge made by Malpass. He really has been playing extremely well this season. Age 32 now. O'Hanlon left with no option there because he wasn't going to risk using his left foot for the clearance, and Robertson was closing in rapidly. Frail's throw, here's Robertson. Good by Keeler, here's Gary Mackay. Robertson chasing there, Petric responded swiftly. Given away by Hamilton to McKinley. Chance on here for Daly on the break. Here's the menace posed by Daly coming in from the left. Taking on Frail. He did very well indeed to win the ball and then earn that free kick for the foul by Christian Daly. Well, he is showing remarkable versatility, Daly. He can play in the midfield, play straight through the middle, he can play in central defence. This time he's coming from an outside left position, troubling the Hearts defence.
Yeah, I think Christian Daly's been put in that position, certainly to curb Stephen Frail's attacking qualities, but he's got pace of his own, and if he is determined, if he can do something for Dundee United today.
Cahoon looking for Hamilton. Ricochet breaks unkindly for Hearts. John Miller racing in on O'Hanlon. So John McAnally back to that left back position. Look after John Cahoon. Scott Crabb collects for United. Bit of arm wrestling there, won by Berry. Well played away by Nelson. Nonetheless, it's not essential to try to look for power in the kick-out, so he just makes a clean contact and get the ball to the halfway line. Sergio scoring his second goal in United colours. Here's Cahoon. First touch let him down. He's had to battle very hard indeed, but McAnally steps in. Jimison across, marking Sergio very tightly that time. The problem with the goal was that Sergio was allowed time to turn and run at the Hearts defence, trying to prevent that happening again. John Cahoon expected to provide the necessary width on the right for Hearts, especially with Frail pegged back by Daly, and a chance on again. And Christian Daly making a very substantial impact on the game early on.
Nice combination, a little touch from Sergio. Christian Daly, who's read the touch, goes on and hits a shot, but you know he's already proved he can be a real threat today.
Came off the head of Frail. There's McPherson. McAnally's header. That's Gary Mackay, and now Cahoon. Morris Malpass in good position in the centre of the defence there. Mackay and Berry in a misunderstanding. Sergio skipping away from McPherson. Now looks up for support inside. May go himself again, takes on Berry. Well, the Brazilian striker full of confidence after that opening goal, and warmly appreciated by the United supporters.
He's got great confidence and ability. He's also quick enough. Look at this, he's made a good run. He doesn't really have any support, but he's prepared to take the last defender on. He's not afraid to have a dig from there. Never troubled the goalkeeper, but he is a positive threat.
There's Malpass. Sergio again. Frail taking the instruction from Willie Jimison to nod that back to Craig Nelson. All travelling fans from Tayside enjoying this opening quarter of the match hugely. Doing well against Robertson, backing in. Jimison wouldn't be denied there. Sergio going in heavily on Jimison with an arm up. Referee Crombie will have words with the Brazilian striker. Now I can tell you, whatever he says, Sergio is unlikely to understand unless he can appreciate the sign language. He can't speak a word of English.
No, there wasn't a lot in that in actual fact, but he's certainly sure he's not afraid to put in a challenge.
So here's Willie Jimison with the free kick. Headed away by Welsh. Hearts trying to respond to the challenge set by United early on. Distinct feeling in the air there are goals around. I suspect at both ends. Throw to Hearts again. Hamilton invited to lead that by John Miller. Sean Cahoon is going to cross to the left flank. Robertson getting some help here from Mackay. That's a good ball in, and met at the near post area by Gordon Petric. Always looks the calmest player on the field.
Yeah, again, Gordon Mackay does well to burst in there. Not an awful lot for him to do. At the end of the day, a good clearance by Petric. But Hearts are certainly putting on a little bit of pressure just at this time.
Mackay flights in the corner. There's Dave McPherson, not quite enough on the ball. Made a very good run to beat the ball there. The glancing header though wide of the target.
This is a favourite Hearts play. McPherson loses his marker there, doesn't quite direct it on target, but I think he's looking for a flick across the goals there and looking for someone else to come and attack the second ball.
Very dangerous man inside the penalty area, McPherson, as he proved against Rangers. Scoring one, making one. This is Billy McKinlay. Responding angrily there to John Cahoon's challenge. The referee tells him to calm down. He'll look after any offences committed. Crabb gets up well, but he couldn't direct that anywhere dangerous. Well, you had a lively start to the match, Scott Crabb, enjoying this return to big-time football.
Well, he's made a big contribution because they're not prepared up front to allow Hearts to sit back and play the sweeper. Both he and Christian Daly are switching about a bit, so really Hearts at the minute have been forced into playing what's almost a flat back four.
There's Frail. Now Hagan switching wings for a moment with Cahoon, who's going into centre right now. Here's Frail trying to make headway against Crabb. Now Cahoon brought down by McKinlay. A little bit of ill will between these two players after the last clash, perhaps reflected in that challenge by McKinlay.
Well, I think that's a bit even now, but there wasn't a lot in it in actual fact.
What a very dangerous set piece for Hearts to exploit here. Dave McPherson and Willie Jimison are up there, and Stephen Frail is capable of whipping this in a very dangerous fashion. Far post ball, met solidly by Miller. Hearts are reliable. Could scarcely have been simpler or more effective. John Miller produces his 6th goal of the season.
It's a well-worked free kick because obviously Dave McPherson's a decoy and John Miller's stole round the back, not picked up by anyone, and pushing a tremendous header. But oh, look at the play. Everyone was watching McPherson. They all forgot about John Miller, and there he is to put it in the net. Great header.
You should certainly know about John Miller's prowess in the air. He's got a number of excellent headers for Hearts and deserves every bit as much attention as the big men like Jimison and McPherson. United have paid the penalty for that lapse in marking. As now the Hearts fans who are celebrating. Well, there is this feeling, Billy, as I'm not, that goals are going to come this afternoon.
I certainly think so, because really neither team looked particularly settled at the back. And all credit to both teams. They're both playing positive, but they're both having a go. And yeah, I think we're in for a very exciting afternoon.
Well, we'll see that again. With Miller coming in, O'Hanlon had no chance at all with that header against his balance. Well, by no means the first time John Miller has scored this season from a Stephen Frail cross. And I'm sure United have been warned about that before. In fact, memory serves me right, they were the victims of an earlier one like that here at Tynecastle. There's Frail playing in the cross again. Too long for Hagan. Here's Sergio. Mackay tackled well by Hannah. This is John Miller. Jim McInally's header allows Crabb space from midfield. Cross running by Sergio and Daly ahead. Now forced to turn back and use Jim McInally. John Miller again, an excellent pass from defence. Here's John Cahoon. It's a rip-roaring cup tie now, with Hearts trying to assert themselves, showing a good spell of possession. Breaks to Mackay. Closed down rapidly by both Petric and McInally. Petric ordering his defensive teammates to push forward to the halfway line. Good lay-off by Mackay. Frail to Robertson. Here's Gary Mackay again. Frail has gone forward this time. Cahoon has stayed back for the moment. Good work by McInally initially, but still Frail in possession. And he's earned a corner kick. Excellent attacking play by Stephen Frail. £130,000 he cost from Dundee. That looks to be superb value. So Cahoon now with the corner. Persson, Miller, Jimison are all there again. And John Robertson colliding with O'Hanlon. The referee said nothing wrong with that. Ryan Hamilton retrieves the ball. John Robertson still down inside the 6-yard box. Well, it certainly was a catch-weight contest, that. Robertson colliding with Callum O'Hanlon. A bantamweight against the heavyweight.
It's just a case of a much bigger person colliding with John Robertson, but I certainly warned them that O'Hanlon's not going to take any chances in there.
Treatment is given to John Robertson. Yeah, it is remarkable though, Billy, because just 2 months ago, on the 14th of January, John Miller scored a very similar header against Dundee United here at Tynecastle. The lesson wasn't learnt.
It certainly wasn't, because really they were all watching McPherson and Willie Jamieson, and he sneaked round the back, and what a header. I'd have been proud of that one myself.
I remember them well. Rails header down. There's Jamieson. Chase on here. Petric will nod this back to O'Hanlon. Well, go on, Petric. Very important to United at the back, beside Brian Welsh in central defence. Huge kick out there by O'Hanlon. An attacking weapon all of its own. John Cahoon turning inside, away from McInally. Warming to the task now with Hamilton in space. John Miller pushing well forward. Hearts have effectively gone to a back four with Frail, Jimison, McPherson and Berry across the back, allowing John Miller to push forward on the left to support Hamilton and Mackay. Now Hagan dropping deeper. Good play by Malpass. Strong and decisive. Using the pace of Sergio, he's stretching Dave McPherson to the full. Good defensive play. Well, Dave McPherson read that early enough to get across to hold Sergio, otherwise Hearts were in serious trouble. Sergio, well tackled by Berry. Mackay, looking for Hamilton, that was right by McInally. He's Frail. Mackay, good play from Hearts again. Starting to get their passing going from midfield. Ryan Hamilton playing it against Welsh. It was handball. The linesman helped out there. The referee was on the blind side, but Colin Hardy, the linesman, indicated to the referee that was handball by Welsh quite correctly. Well now, Hearts thinking about history repeating itself. I'm sure John Miller will be much more closely marked this time. They'll play it in low. It's Miller again trying that acrobatic effort. Miller going up against O'Hanlon bravely. Returned by Cahoon. Well, the value of a very tall, strong, imposing goalkeeper, Billy.
Well, that's right. He's prepared to come in here in amongst people when the initial ball is played, and there it's up in the air. But he's in amongst these people, but he's quick enough to get back there and just clear the danger comfortably. But certainly Hearts set pieces round about that box are troubling Dundee United, and really they've got to be careful with their tackle. They don't want to give too many fouls away in those areas.
So here's Dave Bowman with the throw. Headed down by Neil Berry. Last time United won cup tie here at Tynecastle was in 28th of January 1967. Same day in which Berwick Rangers beat Rangers. So the United victory, not so well remembered. Here's Sergio again. He's away from Berry, that's a great ball in, and the header almost there from Billy McKinlay. He was being very well marked by Frail, and in fact he gave away a free kick pushing into the back of Frail, who did an excellent marking job.
Sergio's got tremendous balance here, because really he should be on the deck here, but look at that, he gets up, he knows exactly where the ball is, great control, and what a delightful little ball at the back post. But Stephen Frail does very well, never loses sight of it, and really Billy McKinlay shouldn't be giving fouls away in that area.
Well, there are signs here that Hearts are taking a grip in midfield. Mackay to Robertson. Hold it up well. He still has Hagan available on the touchline. Good challenge made by Malpass. This is Mackay. Good spell this from Hearts. They've recovered extremely well from that early setback. And Sergio scored in just 4 minutes. Dave McPherson going for the ambitious long-range effort. A measure of his confidence. Scored just twice since returning from Rangers to Tynecastle. Well, a match so far which has held the attention right from the kick-off. And the way these two sides have set themselves up with 3 men in attack each, space in midfield. So, a real opportunity for some goal chances. Person beating Daly. Brought down well by Mackay. What a good servant he's proved to be again for Hearts. This is Frail. Robertson. It might have been handball. Upper part of the arm. Jameson just did enough there. Christian Daly wasn't happy. He's complaining to the referee. Complaining in vain. The referee decides that was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
Ole Jameson really just uses his experience here. He knows exactly what he's after. He's keeping Christian Daly on his outside and making it easy for the goalkeeper to pick up. But good piece of defending in actual fact.
Crab plays it forward. Bowman gives chase. Good play from McPherson. McPherson and Bowman clashing there after the ball had been released by McPherson. Dave Bowman will be spoken to. Appeared to swing an arm towards McPherson after the ball had gone. He didn't appreciate McPherson's challenge on him.
Yeah, it's interesting, but I really think the referee might have been well advised to let the player on, because Hearts were in possession. They had left a couple of Dundee United players behind them, and they were all set to make a positive attack.
Ryan Welsh gets to that high ball for United. So there's John Miller with the throw. Gordon Wallace you see on the track there with Paul Hegarty. Craig Brewster sitting down, the substitute. Petric plays it forward, that's Hannah. Now Berry. Bowman to Malpass, asking a lot of Daly, who's right through the middle at the moment. Certainly been an influential figure in the match, Daly, so far. So we now have a front three of Crab on the right for United, Daly through the centre, Sergio peeling off to the left, but Hearts do appear to have made the necessary adjustments to go to a black 4 when required. Spare man at the moment is Jameson. Now has to challenge Daly. It's good play by Frail. There's Crab. Tackled well by John Miller. There's Hagan. Headed down by Welsh. Collected by McKinlay. Malpass looking for Daly's aerial power. He got a good touch on there, but neither of his striking partners, Crab or Sergio, there to take advantage. Welsh again getting the better of Robertson, as you would expect, in the air. Chase on here for John Cahoon. He's met by Petric. Good acrobatic clearance. Hamilton and Welsh collide. And the offside flag is up against John Cahoon. Cahoon doing some wandering infield now. Colin Hardy, the linesman, halting that Hearts move. Evenly matched now, Billy?
Very much so, and really I think it's who's prepared to impose their authority on the game just a little bit. Intriguing battle out here in the right back position for Hearts with Stephen Frail and Christian Daly, because I think that what Christian Daly is saying to Stephen Frail is, I'm prepared to stay up here, and if we get the chance I'm going to have a go at you. And I think that really Stephen Frail's got to take the same attitude as well.
Cahoon brought down by McInally. No argument there from the experienced United international defender. So once again, Stephen Frail waits for Willie Jimison this time only. Dave McPherson staying back. Jimison joins the attack. Started his professional career as a striker with Hibs. Variation there offered by Frail, and Petric leaning at the right time into Robertson. Coping extremely well there, Robertson. A little bit aggrieved, but Petric had a quiet word with him in a friendly fashion. Daly couldn't control that. Hearts will have the throw. Hamilton playing it long. Welsh underneath that. Cahoon's throw. This is Brian Hamilton. Scott Crabb racing back there, did well for United. There's no foul given as Hagan clashes with Petric. Here's Brian Welsh. Interesting to note that a number of these United players attracting transfer attention. Petric, Welsh, McKinley. Certainly was a time when that was unusual. Change of policy perhaps at Tannadice, Billy?
Well, obviously a new manager wants to make an impression, but you know, it's often said there's a fire behind some smoke, but I'm not entirely convinced that they would allow their better players to go.
Here's Dave McPherson. Pressurised here by Hannah, responding well and safely. Generating some animation from the Hearts bench there, McPherson. Tom Forsyth in particular, Hearts coach, was getting a bit upset there. He certainly was one known for clearing his lines very smartly in his long career with Rangers. Hannah sends it into the area looking for Sergio. He's beaten well by Jimison. Ball pass swiftly in again. This is Berry. John Miller doing well for Hearts, running straight into Malpass. Welsh did well as Miller came careering into him. Well, very wholehearted player, John Miller. Joined the club from Blackburn Rovers and has proved to be a valuable servant.
Yeah, he's very wholehearted, but he's taken on a lot there, isn't he?
Petric with a free kick. Neither Sergio nor Daly could get there, and Frail was caught by McInally. The advantage will apply, but that might be a bad injury for Frail. Here's Cahoon. The last man there was Petric. Frail is back at his feet halfway. It looks as though he has recovered. The way he caught his knee was rather ominous. Here's Daly taking on Frail, who can't be fully restored to fitness yet. And indeed the referee will take action against Jim McInally for the foul.
Yeah, I don't think Jim McInally's got any real complaints here, because a little bit silly, a little bit rash, and he might well regret it when he goes in at half-time.
Has been booked though by referee Crombie. Good refereeing, allowing the advantage initially and then taking out the book for stoppage. Frail clearly has recovered, but he did catch his knee rather than that challenge. It might have been a lot worse. McInally's cross. Well won inside the area by Daly. Hannah is offside. Well, Daly's threat again. very important to United. David Hanna, great support from midfield, great engine, gets up and down the field very quickly indeed. Penalty box to penalty box. Hagen's header reaches Robertson. Cover was provided by Welsh. And Brian Welsh again. Oh, good play by Malpass. McKinley finds McInally, clear on the left. Sergio goes ahead of him. Great ball forward, looking there for Crabbe. Well, that was beautifully played by Sergio. Looked so natural and easy.
Yeah, he's got tremendous vision, he has, and he's very confident. He knows he's got the ability, and certainly he's got that content ability we don't see too often, unfortunately.
Hagen. Robertson bravely there to win that for Hamilton. Hagen putting pressure on the United defence. Crabbe and McPherson in the race. Good ball inside. Great cushion volley there by John Miller to Hagen. United went back though. Malpass having another outstanding game for United. Hanna under pressure here from McPherson. Just leaning in there to ensure the ball ran for a throw to Hearts. John Miller invited to play that back, throw it back to Neil Berry for the throw from the correct position. There's Hagen. And now John Robertson opening the play out, giving Frail lots of room to use on the right. Assessing the options. Like the far post crossing again. Hagen attacks the ball against Malpass. O'Hanlon impeded by Welsh, his own player. McKinley's headed clearance reaches Willie Jimison. Here's Hamilton. Mackay rather. And the challenge is made on Robertson, who conceded the throw. Welsh did well for United. Petric striding forward. Returned there by McPherson. Hamilton's header. Hagen waited, Malpass didn't. Bowman towards Sergio. Berry steps in to win possession and open up play for Hagen on the left. Robertson and Cahoon wait in the middle. Well, the crime committed. He didn't get the ball past the first defender. Now Brian Hamilton, a shooting chance perhaps. Scored in his debut for Hearts at Motherwell. He hasn't found the net since in his new colours.
He's in a good area to have a shot, but never quite gets it on target. But interestingly enough, John Miller, who's been pushed into midfield almost by accident, has been very positive on that side. He's looking for a bit more support from David Hagen, because I think that's an area where they could score if they got that bit more support.
Here's Christian Daly, showing good nimble footwork there. Bowman on the far side finds Crabbe. Mackay doing some good backtracking work. Here's John Robertson, he did well to time that. He's away from Welsh. Good play from Robertson. And a very good defending by Petric. Stood up so well to that. No diving, lunging tackle. Stood up, kept his eye on the ball.
Yeah, John Robertson does very well. He's playing a single role up front, but he does so well. He's prepared to take on big defender, but good defending by Gordon Petric. Sees the danger and closes it down.
Mackay's corner. Helped on there, and it's John Miller again! His second of the match to put Hearts in the lead. The head flick on came from Willie Jimison initially, but joy in the face of John Miller. Well, it's a good Willie Jimison goes short post, and there's John Miller once again getting in there. Tremendous header right into the back of the net. But this is a favourite Hearts ploy. One of their big fellas going short. There it is. Beautiful goal. Beautiful header. Well, what a match this is. 3 minutes from half-time, that second goal for Hearts. And remember, Hearts lead by 2-1. Here's why. A head flick on from Willie Jimison. Look at the power and the direction of that header from Miller. He's excellent in the air. There's Morris Malpass. McKinley inside. United now, I think, wondering how things have gone so wrong after that great start. But here's McInally. Sergio. Laid away by Hamilton. Good running there by Robertson. Remember, it was his excellent work against Brian Welsh which earned the corner kick initially. There's Cahoon. Over on the far side is Berry. Forced to play the ball back to the right because David Hagan hadn't made a good enough angle on the left for him. Well, what an afternoon for John Miller. All with a danger inside the penalty box. He had scored 5 goals before this afternoon. He's now taken that to 7, and that's what's delighted these Hearts fans. Berry's header. You just listen to the noise from the Hearts supporters. A match which began so badly for them has now turned around. The Hearts are in the driving seat. Determined now to make certain there are no lapses before half-time. Good kick out from Nelson. McInally did well. Turned away by Jimison. He had no call from Craig Nelson. They were teammates together at Partick Thistle until the transfer earlier in the season. Turned away there by John Cahoon. Sergio back with Crab. Now McKinley. Angling that ball across the far side is well won by Daly. Here's David Hanna. That's good play, and it's cleared by Jimison. Excellent defending by Willie Jimison because Sergio was waiting to score his second of the match. Here's Hanna again. Well tackled by Mackay that time. Ball played up the line and had bent out though, so that's why it's a throw.
United almost got back a level challenge here. Good play by David Hanna, but again good defending by Willie Jimison because he's never taken his eye off what he's got to do. He's kept himself in the middle of the goals there and he's able to clear the ball. So it's a Hearts throw. We're into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Tommy McLean must be delighted the way his side has responded to adversity early on. The throw has gone straight out, but it's in half-time now. It's been a tremendous first half. Set alight by Sergio in just 4 minutes with a great individual goal to give United a lead. But then United failed to react to the aerial power of John Miller, who scored with 2 superb headers, 1 in 21 minutes, 1 in 42. So Hearts lead by 2-1. Great first half tonight. Billy McKinley, a very important area of the side. That is Morris Malpass, who leads out Dundee United again. The substitutes remain on the bench, Craig Brewster and Jaron Nixon, so 2 attacking players who could come on before the match is over. Hearts too have Kevin Thomas's exciting talents on the bench. But listen to the welcome they get here from the Tynecastle supporters. Checking the team coming out, there are no changes. So Kevin Thomas and Scott Leach remain with the tracksuits on as the music plays in typical fashion here at Tynecastle. The Hearts song comes over the tannoy system. John Miller is the man who has set Hearts alight this afternoon with 2 magnificent headers, and that's what has given them such a vital edge. So, Dundee United, to start the second half, we're looking for any alterations tactically very quickly in the second half, as Chuck Crabb and Sergio have to think again. David Hagan had encroached for Hearts. So the second half is underway, and United have Dave Bowman still on the right touchline. Here's Scott Crabb ahead. There are no obvious signs of tactical changes made by Dundee United as yet.
That's Bowman's cross, much too close to Craig Nelson. The keeper hasn't had a great deal to do, even in the period when United were dominating. He didn't have too many saves to make.
No, that's right. You know, really all they had to do in that early stage was pick the ball at the net, but for all the time they had up in the Hearts area, they didn't create an awful lot of chances, United, and really I think that Hearts enthusiasm will continue to trouble them.
Good header back by McInally. Interesting contest, McInally against Cahoon. Jim McInally, decreed by Dougie Donnelly as being near the veteran stage, but he's exactly the same age as John Cahoon. Here's Petric. Back with O'Hanlon. Chance here for Sergio to attack the defence again. Well, this time electing for the long-range shot. Well, he has the close control and the pace to go at defenders in that position.
He gets himself in a good position. He knows what's happening, but he's never really going to trouble to go through that effort. And I thought with his ability he could have picked out one or two runners that were available to him.
So it's David Hagan, who was fouled there by Maurice Malpass, going for the high ball. It's a free kick to Hearts. Malpass has had a good match. They may have some work to do here as Gary Mackay prepares to take this free kick. Dave McPherson is in the area with Willie Jimison. A lot of jostling going on there. Welsh stood up well to that high ball. Hagan to Jimison. John Robertson's header. Ball straight to Scott Crabb, who was his striking partner for a long time here at Tynecastle. Frail again, straight to Petric. Pressurised there by Hagan. There's Hamilton and now Cahoon playing in the centre at the moment. Brought down by Billy McKinlay. Well, these two have had one or two tussles in the match so far, conceding fouls on each other. And from one of these in the first half, Hearts equalised. So here's Gary Mackay waiting again for Jimison to add his aerial strength for Hearts. Jimison with Welsh. The wrestling goes on. The referee says both were battling for the ball and there was no offence. Billy Jimison cracks back to central defence. So Hearts still have Neil Berry in the left back position.
It's not a good ball because it's not drifting a bit. Really, I think really Willie James got a fair claim for thinking that Big Walsh fouled him there.
The referee couldn't have been closer, didn't fancy the claim. Bowman forward, here's Daly. McInally's on the left. Sergio through the middle. Here's McKinlay. Still operating in a deep midfield position, Billy McKinlay. Foul on McInally, by Daly rather, by Cahoon. Here goes Sergio. This is Mackay. Careless one. Picked up by McInally. This is Daly again. He's offside. Looks along the line there, a shake of the head, but the linesman's flag was up instantly there. It's Colin Hardy. Frail's free kick, too high for Hagan. Hanna to McKinlay. Showed too much of that to Hamilton. McKinlay appeared to hold Hamilton on the ground. That's the view taken by the referee. For what is the question, but I think for pinning down Brian Hamilton, that's the answer. He lost the ball initially by a clumsy first touch.
Yeah, I think Billy McKinlay knew exactly what the referee was saying. Definitely preventing Brian Hamilton from getting on with the game.
Here's Frail, now Cahoon. Frail goes outside him. Cahoon goes for the cross. There's Jimison. And Robertson. Petric plays the ball away. Crabb was caught late by Hamilton, and the referee will take action, I think, against Brian Hamilton for a high challenge on Crabb. It's going to be a booking for Hamilton.
You know, United have never solved this problem of the ball in the air. There's Willie James, he's not all that far off the target. John Robertson not all that far away from scoring another goal in actual fact, but no, Dundee United at the back don't seem to be able to cope with the aerial threat that Hearts have got.
Well, there's Petric easing the ball away. Then came the clash between Hamilton and Crabb. It's a high tackle, all right. It caught Crabb badly around the right knee.
Brian Hamilton could have no complaints here. I think that it was late going for the ball, and you know, it was a real dangerous challenge.
United taking some time to treat Crabb. Brian Hamilton not too happy, I'm sure, with that tackle, and certainly not with the yellow card. Ivan Golats there, looking very calm and relaxed, but I think he's calling for Jaron Nixon to come on to replace Crabb. Nixon has been so effective as a substitute this season. Preparing for action now, the youngster. Headed away by Jimison. He was elbowed surely by Daly, yes. The free kick's been given. Christian Daly, the culprit there. So free kick which Callum O'Hanlon will take for Dundee, which Craig Nelson will take, of course, for Hearts.
Yeah, Bill Crombie's an experienced referee. He's not made too many mistakes in this game. I think he's handled it well.
Nelson's free kick. John Miller. Played forward there by Hannah. Blow in the face by Willie Jimison. He's not affected by that as he backtracks now from Daly, making progress on the left, making for the byline. Good defending by Frail. Oh, it's the aspect of Stephen Frail's game which attracts any criticism. That's the defensive qualities. Very good going forward, but he did well there. So it's Billy McKinlay who's going across to take this corner, and the substitution will be made by United. The referee's attention has been drawn to that. So Scott Crabb goes limping off. That tackle by Brian Hamilton ending his involvement in the play. Gets some healthy applause from both sets of fans, I'm happy to say. The ex-Hearts player. Jaron Nixon comes on. Now he's the United leading goal scorer this season with 9 goals, 6 of which have been when he's come on as substitute. So he has the chance again as McKinlay prepares to take this corner. Petric got up well to that, under pressure all the way though, never get a moment's peace. Dave McPherson matching his run all the way.
He gets in the header here, which really shouldn't be getting in, you know. David McPherson's really got to become attacking that ball a bit more thoroughly. It gets caught almost in no man's land, but at the end of the day, the header's not perfect enough to trouble the goalkeeper.
Welsh again, the master in the air of these long balls through the middle for United. Finding crosses more difficult to deal with, mind you, alongside Goran Petric. Hearts of the throw. Well, Hearts' first priority, I'm sure, the second half was to make sure that in the opening quarter of an hour they gave nothing away. Retained the lead. Petric was quick to the ball there to beat Mackay. This is Daly. Rail backtracks. He does well. Just gets the left foot on the ball. So that's Jim McInally's throw. Here's Nixon's first involvement in the play. Very skillful, but unable to pick out a teammate with that pullback. McPherson. Headed down by Welsh. That's McKinlay. Closed down rapidly by Cahoon. Bit of a blow, that substitution too, to Craig Brewster, who won the cup final last May for United against Rangers. Jaron Nixon preferred to him to come on the stage to replace Scott Crabb. So the corner kick left again to McKinlay. United trying to maintain pressure on the Hearts defence. Every Hearts player back to defend here. That's McKinlay. That came off Brian Welsh. Well, the marking was good enough among the Hearts defenders that time. Certainly were caught out early on in the game when Sergio gave United the lead.
The corner kick really is just a bit too long because So there you see Brian Walsh attacking the ball, but it's beyond the goal, and he's coming in at the wrong angle to put it back across the goal.
Belfast doing well against Hagan in the air again, and then on the ground. Came off John Miller. Throw to Dundee United. Play not flowing the way it was in long spells in the first half. These sides dig in now, especially Hearts digging in defensively. Cross goes David Hanna, well forward again for Dundee United from midfield. Retaining possession well, getting over a good cross. Jimison to John Miller. That's good play. Here's Hagan. Trying to take on McKinley for pace. Welsh is with him. Still has possession. Good dummy by Mackay. Berry takes over. And again, that's Robertson screening it well. Over the far side is Cahoon. It's good play from Hearts. This needs good wing play from Cahoon. Taking on Nixon to the byline. And Jared Nixon does well defensively. He's very quick now breaking. With the break of the ball from Trail. Good athletic play by Stephen Frail to get back to halt Nixon's progress. Foul by Robertson, leaning into Brian Wells to try to equalise the height difference. Tommy McLean on the track there. Must be content, I think, with the way his side is dug in to this lead in the second half. 12 minutes played. The second period. And still a 2-1 lead to Hearts. McPherson stood up well there, knew exactly what was happening around him. Nelson's kick out, won by Hanna. Rescue totally by Mackay. It's Hagan, not enough space there to complete that manoeuvre. The impression of Billy that Hearts are trying to take the sting out of the game.
Well, I think really that basically what United have to do is to get the ball down and start to keep the game, try to keep the game wide and try to keep it flowing. But at the minute, really, they're only knocking balls down the middle, and that's just food and drink to the back division at Hearts. And really, I think at the moment, Hearts are very comfortable. They're not going to give a lot of ball away. They're going to ensure that there isn't a lot of flow about United's play. But you know, United have got to try and get that ball down, try to move it about, and try to make Hearts work just that little bit harder than doing at present.
Hold up here, treatment required for Neil Berry, who took a head knock, challenging the ball a moment ago. That's why Stephen Frail turned the ball out for a throw on the far side so easily. A tough customer, Berry. He won't be down there unless there's something seriously wrong with him. And Golats looks on pensively, wondering what alterations he could make. Change the pattern of play United's way. So, Berry recovers. Ball returned to Hearts by Jim McInally. A welcome aspect of the game these days, that players who are injured and have the ball played out for them get it returned. Here's Hagan. Now Robertson. Welsh reacted swiftly with a strong challenge. Sergio's touch let him down that time, but United had the throw. Berry turns it away. So United trying to get more and more players forward. It's interesting to see that David Hanna has been given more licence to support the front men than Billy McKinley. Sergio, tackled by Berry, invited the tackle in fact. Seems to have recovered fully, Berry. Headed away by Jimison. That's Malpass sending it across the far post area. Well, nothing running kindly at the moment in front of goal for Dundee United. Well, Malpass has scored twice in recent weeks, and that really is remarkable because his goal scoring record really is virtually non-existent until that point. Hamilton forward. Petrich against Cahoon. Turned it away calmly. John Miller towards Robertson, but in the air again. John Robertson really has a complaint. The number of balls he's had played above his head this afternoon. Just out of play there from Daly. Another throw to Hearts. Former Hearts player too, Dave Bowman, started his career here at Tynecastle. Moving to Coventry City and back to Dundee United. Petrich managed to escort that over for the throw, despite the attentions of John Robertson. Callum O'Hanlon calling for the ball and goal for United. Berry's header aimed at John Miller. That's good play again from Miller. Holding off the tackle from Bowman. This is Hagan. Screening it well again for Miller. Needs some support inside. Gets it from Mackay. Oh, that's very good play again by Mackay. Now Cahoon. Bad first touch. McKinley's brought down by Cahoon. Well, the bad blood remains as in these two. McKinley in a hurry with that free kick. Looking for Christian Daly. Referee doing well to let the game flow like that. Here's Daly again, tackled by Jimison. It's gone for the goal kick. Well, the Hearts' point of view, Billy, would you be content if you were Tommy McLean?
No, I think you can never relax in a game like this. You know, at any time United are maybe have the ability to explode into action, and then someone like Gerard Nixon, he's so unpredictable and he's got such pace and good close ability, he can always create a chance. And I don't think that really that Hearts can afford to coast at all.
John Cahoon's efforts for the afternoon are over. He's worked extremely hard. With a pat in the back there from Tomper's side. Kevin Thomas, the 19-year-old, is the replacement. He has similar qualities to Gerard Nixon in that he is very skillful, quick, unpredictable, unorthodox in fact. But a very dangerous substitute when he comes on against legs which are beginning to feel the pace. Here's Dave Bowman. Malpass goes outside him. Poor cross, cut off easily by McPherson. Trying to play that beyond Welsh for Robertson. The service to John Robertson so far in the match really has not been of a good enough quality.
No, it's a very difficult role that he's playing up there, right up the middle himself, and although he's performed very well, he really must be a bit disappointed in the service that he's had, particularly from his back player. They should be trying to drop the ball just in front of him where he can come off his marker and pick it up, because he's got good control, he's got good ability to link up with the players who would then support him.
Welsh again getting the better of Robertson for a high ball. This is Nixon. Good slide of foot again on the left. That's good defending by Berry. More work for John Miller and for Berry. Now McKinley. Caught in two minds there, I think. He didn't get the kind of movement he wanted from Dave Bowman or David Hanna. Well, Berry has performed again extremely effectively in defence for Hearts. Awkward for Malpass. Here's John Miller. Spacing on the left for Thomas. Good ball in. A stumble by Petrich. That's Mackay. Well, Hearts carry minutes every time they come forward. It'll be enhanced by the arrival of Kevin Thomas too, I think.
John Miller's been in the thick of the action all day long. He knows exactly what he's after. He lays it out there. You know, Mackay's in the right position to have that shot, and in a crowded goalmouth, there's always a possibility he might get a deflection.
Here's Nixon now. Hearts will not want Nixon to be able to start a run. He and Sergio lethal when they can turn and attack defenders. Well, free kick goes against Mackay in the end. Good play by Frail to get the ball back. Gary Mackay involved in that action again.
Come on, half of Midlothian.
Here's Thomas. Knew that Malpass was right behind him, but just 19 years old, this young man, with a big future. Mackay and Hannah together. Jimison tidies up. Mackay did well again, so did Malpass to win possession from Thomas. Space down the right for Christian Daly, who's been given license to roam. Well, I sometimes wonder about managers fining players who don't get the ball past the first defender.
Well, it's frustrating, isn't it? But I think that Daly's been asked to come across this side to have a go against Neil Berry. He's not had a lot of success this second half from Stephen Frail, and I think that Ivan Golich has just switched him to the other side to see if he can try his luck there.
So the dead ball expert, Billy McKinlay again. Nixon in the 6-yard box. Attacked well by Welsh. Now there was a chance there for Brian Welsh. Back with McInally. Here's Petrich. Nixon, well tackled by Hagan. Doing a good job back there for Hearts. Here's Thomas. The offside flag is up, and quite correctly, Robertson mistimed his movement forward. Had he stayed on the halfway line, he'd have been all right. But then his enthusiasm encroached into the Dundee United half, and that's what caused the problem.
He's a bit annoyed because the pass took an awful long time in coming through. He was available for quite a spell there before eventually it went, and I think he just had stepped into an offside position.
Petrich lofts it into the area. Welsh was up there with the attack. Jimison's header. McKinlay to McInally. Christian Daly's the target. McPherson wins it. Bowman knocks it down there for Welsh. So United enjoying a good spell of pressure here. There's Billy McKinlay. Well tackled by McPherson. And John Miller plays that the way he's facing it. Little option. Still with United. And McInally. That came off McPherson. It'll be a corner kick to United. The pressure remains relentless, and the United fans behind Craig Nelson enjoying this spell of play.
Yeah, United have really camped themselves in and around that Hearts defence, and Hearts have not been able to clear the ball comfortably enough.
Nelson's committed with a touch on there, and David Hagan will complete the job, but he's lost that challenge with McInally. Good play there by Gary Mackay, who's given David Hagan a real lot of stick. Neil Berry's taking a knock again.
The goalkeeper's courageous in going for this. Manages to get his hand to it. Oh dear me, what a smashing that goal there. But and I think Neil Berry's right at the bottom of all that.
In the thick of it all, they've had Welsh climbing all over them. Craig Nelson banging into him as well. The interesting thing for me, though, there, Billy, was the mouthful that Gary Mackay gave David Hagan for losing the ball.
I certainly think he's entitled to it because, you know, they've had difficulty clearing the ball, and he gets to position the ball in an area where he can clear it adequately. Tries to take on an opponent and loses the ball. Puts his team under real pressure.
Did well that time though, Hagan. A good touch on. Robertson couldn't collect the ball on the run. There's no offside because Thomas was not involved in the play there. He was trying to get back into an onside position. The linesman Sandy Roy, Grade 1 referee, keeping his flag down correctly in terms of FIFA directives. Kevin Thomas there, who did so well coming on against Rangers in the last round, scored that 4th goal for Hearts. Well, I wonder if we're about to see the departure of Neil Berry after being in the wars so much recently. Scott Leach is the second substitute for Hearts, who could certainly drop into a left-back position or a left midfield position. Given away there. Here's Thomas with a chance to tie it up. He's missed. You can't believe it. Couldn't expect expect a better opportunity, but I'm surprised by Petric.
Well, it's such careless defending, but Kevin Thomas seems to have everything under control there, knows exactly what he wants to do, and just fails to put on target. But that's criminal what Petric has done there. There you are. Ah, dear me, that should have been Hearts comfortable in front.
Well, that might well have won the tie comprehensively for Hearts, but still they have work to do. United may take a lift from that incredible let-off. A terrible error by an international defender like Petric. Kevin Thomas appeared to be caught totally unawares there. Couldn't believe it, I think. Well, Thomas will be looking to make amends for that mistake. Turned back there by Mackay. Nelson looks very assured and comfortable with the ball at his feet. That was handball by Malpass. The referee's given a throw, decides that was unintentional. Certainly struck his hand. This is Robertson trying to get away from Petric. He accepts the corner kick. Well, that's very interesting to see that Hearts are going to take off David Hagan and replace him with Scott Leach. That suggests a shoring up of midfield to me, Billy.
Well, there is that element involved in it, I would imagine, but David Hagan hasn't really made an impact on the game, and he hasn't had any of those runs that you associate with him. And it may well be that Tommy said, we're going to tighten up just a little bit midfield, play with the two front players and take it from there.
And also a tribute to Neil Berry's durability. Mackay's cross collected quite safely in the end by O'Hanlon. The throw out's a good one to Bowman. Holds off the challenge from Mackay. Sergio. So a throw here, this will be taken by Dave Bowman. Pushing the back by McPherson, or was it jersey holding perhaps? Free kick anyway to Dundee United. 17 minutes of the match remaining, Hearts leading by 2-1. And Billy McKinlay with his free kick. Well won by McPherson from Petric. Berry quite happy to play that long. Chase from Robertson willingly. Malpass is with him. Excellent play again from Malpass. Bowman takes no chances. Hanlon turning that into an attack with one lusty clearance. Space now for Thomas. And now Frail. Mackay goes on the outside. Target there was Robertson, but he had little chance of reaching that. Malpass breaks. United having to commit players forward now to save the tie. Here's Sergio. And Hamilton matching him, keeping him in that corner flag area. He got the ball across though. Not a bad ball, but no United player on the edge of the area. McInally wins it from Thomas. This is for Nixon. Now Harry been able to collect that on the run. He had a real chance. Thomas is in trouble here. He's on the ground, requiring a treatment. So Miller turns the ball out. Now Thomas appeared to land very awkwardly there when he was challenged by McInally. There's nothing wrong with the challenge, but he seems to be in a great deal of pain.
That's right, the challenge is perfectly good, but I think it lands, he seems to stumble there, and whether or not he's damaged the knee in so doing.
Good ball through there, which Nixon couldn't collect on the run. That would have given United an opportunity in front of goal, I think. Well, now Hearts have committed their substitutes. They may be reduced to 10 men now. Well, he's clearly unable to continue. The left knee jarred. Tommy McLean now having to reorganise with the 10 men who will be left to see out the game, unless treatment could restore Thomas after that jarring stop there. The left knee, it was a really sore one there. Well, he's still on the field of play, but I can't think how he can continue.
No, he's got a real problem, and it's going to be awkward for Hearts because they've committed their substitutes, but that could be a fairly serious injury for that young man.
Miller did well again in the air. Here's Welsh. Hannah. Foul by Leach. Quarter now remaining. Just on that, and that's the time left for United to save this tie and remain in the cup. And another throw of the dice by Ivan Golats, taking over midfield player David Hannah and bringing on the man who won the cup for United last year, Craig Brewster. So 4 up, it looks like, for Dundee United. Sergio, Nixon, Daly and Brewster. The pass lofts it in and Nelson comes to collect. Well, Thomas was in position, but he couldn't even think about receiving a throw out from Nelson. Trying to run off the injury, Kevin Thomas. Brewster playing up with 3 others now for United. Taking a little chance at the back, but perhaps a reasonable one if Thomas remains unfit, as he appears to be now. Here's Leach. Off court for O'Hanlon. Well, that was Leach on his weaker side, the right. I suspect that United thought he couldn't do them much damage from there on his right foot.
Yeah, Scott Leach puts that ball in. He's not happy with the cross himself, but it's enough one for the goalkeeper. He's got no option but to put it behind.
Well, Kevin Thomas really is a passenger at the moment. Played in by Leach. Headed away firmly by Malpass. Race on here, Sergio and Mackay. Mackay did well for Hearts. Well, you think back on the chance missed by Kevin Thomas before his injury, you realise that this tie could have been settled by now. But United have a chance. There's Sergio, rifling in the shot. Well, no real threat for Craig Nelson, but Kevin Thomas has now gone off the field to be strapped up here by Alan Ray, the physio, in the hope that he can be at least a nuisance in the late stages. Tommy McLean reorganises to take account of the loss of Thomas.
Yeah, it can be no more than a distraction to United, because that looked to me to be a fairly serious injury, and he certainly jolted his knee, no doubt whatsoever about that.
Nelson turning it away. Dave McPherson says he would have taken the ball to feet. Interesting how Nelson never tries to bust the ball out of defence, Billy.
There's a lot of sense in that. You know, he's not going to take the chance of making a real bad clearance.
There's Robertson to Mackay. McInally wins it back. The Hearts are being pinned back now by United in their attempts to save the match. Brian Welsh's header, and here's Dave Bowman. Nelson committed again. Good punch out. That was worth coming for. Now McKinley. Good play again by Nelson. Took some time to settle when he joined the club from Partick Thistle. He's thrown the ball out deliberately to allow some attention for Willie Jimison. Jimison's taking a knock. That's why the ball was thrown out. Kevin Thomas is coming back on, I think. And a chance on there for Daly. It's a goal kick. And Dundee United not at all happy about that. Maurice Malpass having a word with the referee.
It's a good ball in from the right-hand side there, but really, David McPherson has forgotten about defending there and lets it go right across the goal area. Really, they were a bit fortunate to escape there.
I wonder if Hart expected the throw to be given back to them after it had been thrown deliberately by Nelson.
Well, I think all's fair in war and peace, isn't it?
At this stage in the game, I've no doubt about that. Laid away there to Malpass. Frail wins it from Nixon, but this is Jim McInally. He'll never give up to the last second. Chase on for Sergio, we won't get to that. Well, Sergio made such a dramatic impact on the opening phase of the game, but he hasn't been able to do much since.
One thing for sure, with about 10 minutes to go, the Hearts back players are going to have to work for the money now. It's, you know, United have got that wee bit between their teeth now. They're almost a man up in terms of numbers, but they're going to have a real go these last 10 minutes.
It's Hamilton, then Frail, just 10 minutes remaining for Dundee United, the holders, to stay in the cup. Can they produce a late equaliser? Certainly throwing everything forward in the attempt. Hearts battling, thinking only, I think, at this stage of survival, but this is a good move out of defence by Frail. Here's Mackay, Thomas on the outside. Can he do anything at all with that strapped up left knee? Well, he sends over the cross, and Petric got to that effectively for United. Now Nixon, more space for United to exploit because they've had to do a bit of defending there. Neil Berry with Sergio. Good play again by Berry.
He's been a solid player for this club for a long time, and he never lets them down. He's been asked to adjust his position to a left back role, and he's played so well.
Great servant to Hearts for now 11 years. Never a glamorous player, but certainly one well respected and regarded by his teammates. Hamilton on towards Leach. Here's Thomas. Now against Brian Welsh. Managed to get the cross in. O'Hanlon makes a good catch, but that's a little bit of nuisance value in that work from Thomas. Here's Craig Brewster. Struggled this season to match the 20 goals he scored last in his first season at United, after his transfer from Wraith Rovers for £250,000. So it's a survival game for Hearts at the moment, sensing the prospects of reaching the semi-final of the Tennis Scottish Cup. But United made some dramatic recoveries in last year's cup run. They're trying to do that again here. Miller robbed by Daly. In goes Leach and Berry. Thomas with Welsh. The Malpass. Malpass good in the air. Sliced away by Berry, who's showing some signs of wear now. He's had to work very hard. He's taken a couple of heavy knocks in the process. This is Sergio. Well, there's still a hovering feeling in the air. There's more action to come before the end. The crunching tackle by Leach on McKinley, penalised by referee Crombie. He's allowing treatment for McKinley, who's on his feet, complaining to the referee, who is humouring him, I think. Fighting a little bit of respite here, and Hearts pulling everyone back to defend again.
There's certainly no hold bars with the tackling at this stage, and you can understand it. There's a lot at stake here, and Hearts at the minute are desperate to protect that lead.
So a little bit of sustenance there for McKinley to allow him to get back into action. Organisation there from the Hearts bench. Eamon Bannon shouting onto the field there. Played in by Bowman. Up goes Welsh. Malpass down to McKinley. I'm not sure what was intended there by McKinley, but it certainly didn't trouble the Hearts' defence. So the seconds ticking away. Hearts hanging on here to the lead provided by John Miller's 2 goals after Sergio opened the scoring for Dundee United. There's Petric. Back with Welsh. On the far side is McInally, but the target through the middle is Daly. Now McInally. Nixon going forward. That's very well read by Jimison. Spotted the danger early. Now Thomas. Playing the ball forward, inviting O'Hanlon to leave his box. Robertson forcing him to speed up a little. Now Petric. These 4 men remaining upfield all the time now. Nelson's come a long way, had to get to that, he's out of his goal. I was quite surprised at Nelson coming so far for balls like that with a big central defence, Jimison and McPherson. Here's Dave Bowman. Forced to go back by Leach. So the ball lashed away by O'Hanlon to John Miller. There's Petric. Headed away, gives the throw to Hearts. And the man of the match confirmed as John Miller of Hearts. The Terence, the sponsors, making that award, which I think no one could possibly dispute, Billy.
No, he's made the biggest impact on the game. 2 tremendous headed goals, but I think more importantly, he's really worked very hard on this left-hand side of midfield, and he's really prevented United from building up attacks. I think he's had a very good game, yes.
So, the clearance there from O'Hanlon. Person stumbling in against Daly. There's Brewster. Foul pass well forward also. United will have just 2 men back, Petric and Welsh. Everyone else has been told to go forward and search for an equaliser before the end. Just over 4 minutes remaining, plus some stoppage time. A little bit of delay there for 1 or 2 bumps and knocks, and for that injury to Kevin Thomas in particular. That's McInally. Away by Jimison. Mackay, Frail breaks. Mackay uses him as a decoy. Appear to be pushed by Daly. The free kick's been given. Frustration there for Dundee United. Mackay did extremely well there, using Stephen Frail as a decoy, breaking on the right. Played forward there by Frail. McInally wanted too long on the ball. Mackay was given no time at all. O'Hanlon launching a huge ball downfield, trying to get these 4 attackers in business. Here's Nixon. Now Daly. Closed down rapidly by Hamilton. Hearts certainly have worked extremely hard to contain United the second half. They've been forced to, though. McInally inside. Hamilton was in the way. This is Welsh. Hamilton turns the ball away for a throw. We have 3 minutes remaining. Can Hearts hold on? Or can United produce a dramatic late equaliser? Jersey holding there. And there's trouble here for a United player. It's Jaron Nixon who's been called across to the referee. Well, no. He's wandered up to the byline there for whatever reason, I don't know. And now he's going to be spoken to by referee Crombie. It's a booking for the man who signed for the colourful team called ACM Motown in Trinidad.
I think the referee's upset with what happens after the tangle. If you watch Jaron Nixon, he slaps away there at his opponent, and I think that's what caused his booking.
So the game waved on by referee Crombie as Nelson sends the ball forward. The throw goes to Hearts. They're containing the game quite effectively now. The singing from the Hearts supporters can be heard all around the stadium now, sensing the prospect of a semi-final place. Here's John Robertson with Petric. Petric forced to hurry there by Robertson, has worked very hard indeed. Here's John Miller. Put up there, and that's why it's a free kick. Dangerous play by Miller. Well, Billy McKinlay becoming a little bit irate about the delay in getting that free kick taken. Miller holding the ball. Always sensitive area, that.
Well, it certainly is, and you can understand it. He wants to go on to the game, but I think there's a man on which to go after the ball.
McKinlay flooding it in, looking there for Brewster. He's beaten to the ball by Berry. Here's John Miller, trying to play a good pass from defence. He did so. Hamilton, offside against Robertson. A tight decision, but it was correct. Sandy Roy there, the far side linesman, picking that out. Well, it's still very tense here at Tynecastle. No certainty yet about the outcome as McKinlay flights the ball in. Kevin Thomas heads it away. Leach gives chase. Nixon well back there to win possession for his team. O'Hanlon will launch this one downfield. There's no time for frills for United. They have to get the ball into the danger area. Jimison wins it. Leach touches the ball to the side to John Miller. And again, Robertson is offside. Very upset about that one, but I think again the linesman was right. McKinlay to Petric. Seconds ticking away now. Some of the United supporters making for the exits. They think the task is beyond their team now and that the holders are out. There's still some stoppage time to play though. Hearts defence unable to relax as yet. Here's McKinley. A call there from Nelson to leave that. McPherson responded. The thumbs up from the keeper. Good understanding in defence. Well, it really has been a tense, dramatic closing half hour. Hearts hanging on, and United piling men forward into attack. But the Hearts defence, which looked so rocky early in the match, really has been very effective in the second half.
Certainly one thing United have neglected to do is try and stretch it at the back. Everything's been down the middle, and that's made it easy for them. I'm not trying to lessen the job they've done, but it's been easy because of the way United have pumped it down the middle.
Here's Robertson setting up a chance for Mackay if he can get there. Just too close to the keeper. Gary Mackay drawing in all his reserves of energy and stamina to get to that. John Robertson doing some sterling work to set him up.
He's really worked very hard, John Robertson, and he looks and he sees Gary Mackay there. Just a little touch would have finished it off. But all credit to the goalkeeper for putting him under pressure.
Well, it's now the long, hopeful balls upfield from United. It could be effective though. Here's Nixon, so elusive when he gets on one of these runs. Now Leach plays it forward. Off goes Robertson again, willingly trying to keep the ball in play. Well, he's run himself into the ground, John Robertson. No question about that. And so too have the entire Hearts side after that dreadful start to the match, going a goal behind in 4 minutes. Malpass forward, that was Thomas. Well into stoppage time now, nearly 2 minutes completed as McKinley sends it back into the area. There goes Nelson, and Sergio goes careering into the keeper. Nelson takes no offence. He'd won the ball cleanly. He's been a very calm goalkeeper.
Well, he's not had any great saves to make, but what he's been very positive in doing is coming for those balls to take pressure off his defence, and at this time it's been excellent.
Huge kick out from Nelson, right down to the other end. It'll be returned in kind by O'Hanlon for sure. Didn't quite catch that the way he wanted to. Again, the up and under from United. Hamilton forces it forward. Petric has time to launch another high ball downfield. The final whistle goes. Hearts are in the tenth Scottish Cup semi-final thanks to John Miller. Two magnificent headers in the first half did the damage. Tommy McLean shakes hands there with the United coaching staff, Gordon Wallace and Paul Hegarty. It's been a terrific performance from Hearts to hang on grimly in the closing half hour, but their march towards Hampden continues. It really has been a terrific cup tie, fought right to the last second, and John Miller wins the Tennent's Man of the Match award deservedly. Kevin Thomas bravely continuing with what appears to be a serious knee injury, but United in the end were unable to provide again the sparkling play they showed in the opening 10 minutes or so when they took a vital lead. But John Miller's aerial ability changed all that. So Hearts go through, and for Billy, any complaint about that result?
No, I don't think you can. Certainly Hearts' defence had to work very hard in the second half. It wasn't as spectacular as the first half, but I think that in a lot of ways United made their job easier because they started pumping balls down the middle, and that suited the Hearts back, and all credit to them. When they were needed, they were there to be counted.